Maybe your standards are just too high. I'm a 30-year-old single black female prioritizing gut health and protein intake. I can squat 250. I've written 2 books and speak 3 different languages. In the last 6 months alone, I've created 4 different applications and 2 different programs across the iOS platform. Not to mention, I started diversifying my financial performance.
Okay! God damn, son! I got 2 degrees in 30 years old. I got Yap Box!
Y'all gonna want to fight after I say this, but there's a video floating around of this girl talking about how y'all are intimidating men with y'all degrees. Y'all know how y'all love that coping mechanism, but let's really tell the truth about it. Let's tell the truth. Y'all are not intimidating most men. What's happening is a lot of y'all, when you get these degrees, you get it so that you can feel bossed up, so that you can feel like you that girl. A lot of y'all couldn't compete in looks with other women, but you can in things that you can obtain, like degrees, houses, cars, material items. And so once you get those things, it makes you feel like you're a better caliber of woman, right?
No. They're trying to be boyfriends. That's what they're really trying to do. And it's not always, like she said, she mentioned the looks thing, right? It's like not always the looks. It's just to have that in the bag to be like, I need someone who can be on my level because I'm doing this and this. They just think they can get a higher caliber of dude, but really they're just making themselves into a pretty decent boyfriend. That's really what they make themselves into. They're turning themselves into a man, because a lot of time guys don't want to hear what you want, like your degrees and everything, and like, oh, I'm making this amount of money, I'm doing all this, I'm big and bad, because you're not even bringing that to the situation. Most of y'all still don't want to pay bills. Y'all want him to pay for everything. Y'all want him to plan everything. Y'all want him to pretty much do everything. So it's like when you're saying like, oh, he's scared, so I got these degrees and all that stuff, and like he sees me as a higher caliber person, and I'm too much. He can't handle me. It's like, nah, you're just gonna be annoying. You're just gonna be annoying. You're not gonna bring all that stuff that you're showing as like in your resume. You're not gonna help us in a relationship whatsoever. You're just gonna be annoying. You're just gonna rub into our face. That's the reality. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep going.
Right? And a lot of people can tell this about you just by being around you. It don't even have to be limited to men. I done been around women who, once they get them degrees and get the money, their attitude becomes very nasty. And they think that it's all about them because they got those degrees and because they have money. Then they start looking down on people, talking crazy to people, and they just develop this really nasty attitude. And men find that to be off-putting. Most people find it to be off-putting, right? But you think it's intimidation when it's really you're just nasty. You think that you're better than people because of what you've obtained. Materialistic most of the time, right? You think you better because you got a luxury car, because you live in a nice house, a penthouse, because you got a bunch of designer. And you got the mindset of how men maneuver when they get money. You think that money is attractive to men. You think that the power that you have is attractive to men, but most men don't see it that way, right? So when
that's the part that's really wild, right? That's the part that's really wild. Like I said, you're turning into a boyfriend. It's like they have this weird way of thinking that they think that, okay, I know me as a woman, if a man had multiple degrees and he has all these jobs and he's making all this type of dinero and he's driving a nice car, I would gravitate towards him, right? So clearly the opposite would be the same thing, right? Like I would acquire all those accolades that he has, and the men are gonna be flocking, like completely missing the fact that we are different individuals. Like it's crazy. No matter how many times we explain it to giants, they continue making the same mistake. It's like, oh, I'm doing this. I'm making like that video I showed in the beginning, right? Then she's talking about like, oh, I'm 30 years old. I can squat 250. I can do all this stuff. Who cares about? I mean, don't get me wrong. The squatting 250 thing, that's impressive. I like I like that, because usually when I hear that, it usually means you got some, gluteus. Matter of fact, let's see if she has gluteus. Does she have gluteus?
Hey, what are you doing for Valentine's Day?
Legs.
Now that I've seen that, I'm kind of like, all right, it's cool that you squat 250, but I was expecting more protrusion back there. You catch my drift? And it's not to my liking. But hey, you know what I'm saying? She can find a nice, girlfriend out there to marry her, I'm assuming. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep going. This video is almost done.
Right? So when you be out here, you trying to figure out, well, why these men don't want me? I got so much to offer. I got this. Yeah, that would be great if you were a man, right? And that would be attractive to women, but you're not. You're a woman. And so a lot of y'all, you so focused on obtaining all of this materialistic stuff that a lot of y'all end up being homely looking. You forget about the fact that you need to upkeep your looks. And so men are not physically attracted to you, but you somehow in your mind think that because you got so much to offer material wise, that they're going to overlook it the way you would overlook it when dating a man who got a lot to offer material wise. But again, that's not how it works when you're dating men. No man has ever looked at a girl and was like, yo, she busted, but look at that Louis bag she carrying. She dropped a Benz though. Look at that mansion she live in.
No. That's not all. That's not all. There's definitely a few dudes that's willing to do. I mean, Lizzo had a dude for a while. I think the joint Precious, she had a dude. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a lot of joints that, if they have enough and the guy just has no, just don't give a damn. Oh, he's willing to work. He's willing to make something work out, make something shake. All right, so don't just jump into that and just believe, oh, no, he's not gonna. Oh, best believe, if it comes down to it, he'll make that motion happen. All right, let's keep going.
Mansion she live in, right? Unless he wants to use you, those things that you have material wise can't override if he don't physically like you. Then when it comes to the actual intelligence part, a lot of y'all are sitting with bachelors, masters, doctorates, but you're getting played by men who barely got GEDs, men who can barely read a sentence out loud. What good is those degrees? What good is all that school, you being book smart, if you're failing at life? Simple things at life you're failing at. Men able to lie and manipulate you with silly stuff that a child could catch the red flags on. You're believing men who can only call you at nighttime from the car. You're believing men telling you that they stay with their baby mama, but they not together. You're believing men who tell you that they like you, but they'll never take you on no date. Simple stuff that a child could catch the lies on. You're failing. And somehow you think that somebody would be intimidated by a degree? What good is it doing you when you can't even catch simple lies that somebody's telling you? When you can't even see red flags just right in front of your face? No, nobody's intimidated by it because it's not stopping you from getting played.
Damn, she went in. That's facts though, son. A lot of these joints, I've heard countless stories of joints that are like lawyers or, I'm not gonna say doctors, but of course nurses, messing with dudes that's not making nothing, son. They're not doing anything. So I don't know if it's a thing of a power complex, like they see themselves as like, I feel like a superior being by being with this person. I'm the man in the relationship. Like I said, they're looking for girlfriends. I mean, that's basically what they're doing. So maybe they're finding an effeminate man or something like that. But a lot of the times they're getting finessed by a dude that pretty much living on the couch of his mom's house. You know what I'm saying? So it's hilarious. And like I said before, a lot of these joints, if they are to find a guy who's making good money, they're not, all the stuff that they're bringing, they try not to use any of it. All the money, all that, they just try to spend it on themselves. So it's kind of like, how is this really helping the guy? So when you're thinking it's intimidation, is it really intimidation, or dude's just like, yo, I don't want to deal with that. Why would I want? She has everything that she needs. Why she need me? Why she need? I'm supposed to be a provider and help out, but she has everything she needs. Now I feel like if I'm giving her everything while she already has everything, I feel like I'm getting finessed somehow. I feel like I'm getting robbed. You know what I'm saying? Like, why am I doing this? Like, you're not less fortunate, son. I feel like you have your money and you're trying to take my money. I don't know. That's just how I look at it. I could be tripping. I'm not tripping. I could be tripping. I don't know. But that's all I got to say. You know what I'm saying? Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about this story. Do you feel like what this woman just said, do you feel like it makes sense? Or are we completely just left field? Are we just off the, this is my left, your left was over here. You know what I'm saying? Let me know in the comments below. Definitely want to hear what you have to say about that. And that's all I got to say. Peace and blessings, you ugly mofos. Am I?